Monday, June 9th. Tried my luck at early double at Presque Isle. And in race number one, I recommended number three, Jazz Time Girl, who was sitting in a perfect stalking trip till they got to the stretch, and she was out of gas at 9.1 to 1 odds. So the price was certainly right. Just didn't have her A game on this particular day. And in race two, I the price play would be number four, Secret Fortune, and the favorite was certainly the one to beat. Well, certainly right on the second point. And Secret Fortune, if you look at the very bottom, the screenshot includes the comment: Secret Fortune reared at the start, nearly unseating the rider, uh, giving the spotting the field a significant head start. Um, yeah, it was a god awful start, and she made a bit of a run, but still nowhere close to winning. But who knows what it would have been with a clean break. So all we can do is go to the bankroll and take the $5 loss on each. And once again, the amount of the wager is always 1.5% of what's in the bankroll, and we'll cash 7% of the profit goes into the piggy bank, the far right column. And this all started early November around the Breeders' Cup last year. So still not in awful shape, but looking to uh, find some nice winners, and hopefully have done so. I decided for Tuesday to look at the card at Horseshoe, Indianapolis, because I am hoping hoping that I'm correct, that they will be on the turf tomorrow at Indianapolis, and that the turf won't be firm. I live in Ohio, and not too far from the Indiana border, and we've had a fair bit of rain the last few days. So the turf course should not be firm, and that's one of my favorite handicapping conditions is knowing which horses prefer non-firm turf. And given that, I found a play in three different turf races. And we will start with race number 5. And in race 5 at Indianapolis, the horse I like is number 3, Statement Made. This is a maiden race, claiming price 12,500 for maiden fillies, 3-year-olds and up. And Statement Made has run twice in her career. Made her debut over the synthetic track at Turfway Park back on March 28th, and really didn't show too much in a field of 11, finishing 7th. That was for a claiming price of $50,000. Then second start was at Indianapolis, but over the main track on May 3rd, going a mile. And Comments has bumped, taken up at the 15th, 16th pole. So she finished 5th in a field of 7, soundly beaten. Now tries turf for the first time, and certainly uh, that is the key. And when we look at the sire stats for Statement Made, sire is always dreaming. He's got a dirt to turf ratio of 5.0, which is almost exactly average of 5.2. Right, the dirt to turf ratio is the number of dirt winners divided by the number of turf winners. So, in the universe of all races, in North America, or at least all that are in my database, which is the vast majority of all the races in North America. There are 5.2 dirt races for each turf race. Um, so Always Dreaming is exactly average turf breeding, which is perfectly fine, and has had 32 turf winners over the last 3 years. And 84% have come at 8 to 8.5 furlongs, 16% when the purse is between $21,000 and $30,000, and the purse today is 23,800. And the layoff figure of 157, or 57% above average for getting those turf winners on 37 to 60 days rest. Statement made is going on 38 days rest, as you see in the days column, right next to, just to the right of the sire name, Always Dreaming. And the big stat that really makes me like this particular play is the non-firm turf percentage, the NFT, over to the right-hand side. 25% of those 32 turf winners have come when the turf is not listed as firm, so either good, soft, or yielding. And on average, 12.4% of all turf races are contested when the turf is not firm. Uh, Going to the broodmare sire stats, we see distorted humor as the broodmare sire for statement made, a dirt to turf ratio of 5.4. So once again, right at average. 179 turf winners over the last 3 years had distorted humor listed as their broodmare sire. 47% at the distance, 12% in the purse category, and the layoff figure 132. Once again, nicely above average for getting its turf winners on 37 to 60 days rest. And the non-firm turf percentage, 15.1, is a little bit above average. So that's certainly a positive sign. And we go over to trainer, and the trainer Justin Wojcicki um, only has 6 turf winners in my database, but his dirt to turf ratio is 0.8, which means he gets more turf winners than he does dirt winners. So he doesn't get a lot of winners in total, but he gets more turf winners than dirt winners. And none of those 6 previous turf winners have come at the distance or in the purse category or in the layoff category, but it's such a small sample, it's uh, not a concern to me. One of those 6 turf winners came over non-firm turf, the NFT at 16.7%. So should be a good price. Um, the jockey is 14% winning percentage on turf. So, and the trainer Brisnet has the trainer winning with 2 of 10 who were making their first start on grass. Oh, the next play comes in race number 7, and uh, in race 7, I like number 2, Majestic Drive, who in race 7 is a mile and a 16th on the turf allowance. Non-winners won for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which never won $12,000 once, or other than maiden claiming starter, restricted, or state bred, or which have never won 2 races. In Majestic Drive, 3-year-old filly has had 3 starts with 2 wins. Each of her last 2 starts were wins. And the first win came at Gulfstream over their all-weather surface in a maiden claiming with claiming price $25,000. Went off as the 3-2 favorite and won easily. Then came back a month later on April 3rd at Gulfstream on the turf course, going a mile, and she stalked the early pace and got up to win just a field of 6, but was the favorite once again. So now shows up in Indianapolis, listed 8-1 on the morning line, the same jockey as we got back in race 5, Evan Roman, and the trainer Brendan Walsh, who does very well with turf runners. Um, Looking at the sire stats for Majestic Drive. And maybe before we do that, just for efficiency's sake, in race number 8, the horse I like is After Big Storm, which is the number 1 horse. So you can see After Big Storm there on the sire stats in race 8. And race 8 is a mile and a 16th on the turf, maiden special weight for restricted for Indiana bred maidens, 3-year-olds and up. After Big Storm is a 3-year-old gelding. Raced once last November at Indianapolis, going a mile and 70 yards over the main track, and finished 5th in a field of 8. Didn't really show much. So making first start on the grass. Brisnet has the trainer winning with 15% of 13 runners who making first start on the grass. Okay, so the sire stats in race 7 for Majestic Drive, the sire quality rode, 109 turf wins over the last 3 years, and 61% in the distance category of 8 to 8.5 furlongs, 65% when the purse is greater than $40,000. The purse today is $46,000. And the Leo figure 104, or just very slightly above average for getting those turf winners on greater than 60 days rest, as Majestic Drive is going on 68 days rest. And the all-important non-firm turf percentage is 12.8, which is just very slightly above average. Going to the broodmare sire report. Oh, I should have looked at, while we're still in the sire, race 8 After Big Storm. Democlier is the sire, 33 turf winners over the last 3 years. The layoff figure 183, and you notice the non-firm turf is just 9.1, so a little bit below average there. But we're gonna do better on the broodmare sire stats. Going to the broodmare sire stats. Sorry for the background noise. Majestic Drive is broodmare sire's Galileo, and the non-firm turf is 17.2%. And After Big Storm dialed in is the broodmare sire, and the non-firm turf is 14.3. So I'm not sure I'm going to wager on all 3 of these plays, but I very well might be, because with my luck, if I skipped one, that will be the winner. So let's see how these 3 turf plays turn out. And I wish you a good day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.